Peace, quiet, and serenity. That is what you're going to get with this luxury residence. This is a custom-built home that was completed in 2019 and is perfectly situated on a beautiful, lush, nearly 2.5 acre lot with 200 feet of frontage and 500 feet of depth. Now, the home itself has approximately 3,600 square feet above grade, plus an additional 2,100 square feet in the fully finished basement. And the basement and the main floor have soaring 9-foot ceilings. The home features 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, has a great layout, and has a main floor primary retreat and a second floor primary retreat. And the basement is perfectly set up to add an additional kitchen and additional bedrooms, and it even has a separate entrance internally that leads to this home's 4-car garage. If you've been looking for a residence to house a large family or multiple generations, this is the home you've been looking for. My name's David Robia with the Robia & Nicole Real Estate Team, and I would love to welcome you to tour this stunning residence with me. And dare I say, welcome home. Now, before we go ahead inside and start the tour, I want to point out a couple of key things that I think was really well thought out at the conception of this build. Now, right in the front here, you'll actually find, which you won't find above grade, but actually your septic system, tank, and bed are all out in the front for a very good reason. If you want to do additional hardscaping in the backyard, you want to put a pool, you don't have to worry about interrupting or running into your septic system. So really smart kind of key detail. Now, let's go in and take a tour of this stunning home. All right, stepping inside right away, we have a nearly soaring 20-foot ceiling giving so much grand and depth. Now, I'm going to give you a tour of this main floor and just try to stick with me because it is a little bit of a unique and thought out layout. Now, coming in over here, we have our traditional formal dining room. Look at the size of this room. Guys, we can put an even bigger table here. We still have room for a hutch over here, and there's so much depth and space back over here. This would be the perfect place to entertain for all of our family gatherings. Now, getting on over here, as we step through, keep in mind, the baby gates actually do not come with the home unless you have little ones, then we'll go ahead and leave them here, but my clients are still living here, so obviously we need to keep a little bit of safety for the little ones. Now, stepping into the heart of the home, look at this beautiful kitchen that's all wrapped around this oversized island. This is a nearly 9-foot island, and one thing I really love is we have this gray veining right here, and it's pulling 2 things. You notice this engineered hardwood floor through the entire main floor, and we have our black appliances and accenting. Okay, so we have our nice, lovely black sink right over there. We have our 2 ovens, because obviously we know a home of this caliber, 1 oven's just not enough, okay? And then come over here with this beautiful glossed mosaic tile backsplash. We have our 5-burner stove right over here. And then we have our fridge, our microwave, and stepping in over here, we have our dishwasher, which is perfectly placed right beside your sink, all right? Now, coming over this way, we have our beautiful living room. Look at the size of this space, guys. And again, we can see all of our beautiful, Elijah, show them a little bit of that background over there. Take a look at our beautiful long lot that we're looking at, beautiful lush greenery, and everything's wrapped around with this lovely gas fireplace. Now, I want to go ahead and show you the primary bedroom on this main floor, but I want to take you a little bit over here, just to kind of show you and make sure you get a full depth of this entire home. Now, we have a lovely walkway right over here to a covered porch, lovely hardscaping, stunning. We're going to save that for afterwards. I'll give you guys a tour of the outside. And as we come in over here, we have a closet right here, which is really thought to be placed because when you come through, you park your car, which, by the way, got to deal with these lovely little, sorry, I got a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. I don't have to deal with these little things anymore. When we come through our lovely 4-car garage, you get to park your car, come up through here, and you get to put your coats and everything right in over here. And we have an additional closet right over here. So you have tons of storage space, and which leads us right in over here. So we have an oversized laundry room, which is great. We got tons more space over here. Like I said, 9 foot all throughout the main, so you can put additional cabinetry if you need up over there. And then we just have our beautiful view, which I love. And the other thing is too, if you're working in the trades or you have a long day of work, a lot of my clients would come in and they want to be as close as they can to the laundry room so they can take off all the dirty clothes the second they come into the place. All right, guys, let's take a look at the primary bedroom on the main floor. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we have 2 primary suites. So coming in over here, look at the size of this primary bedroom. And one feature I really like about this primary bedroom is we actually have our sliders right over here that you can build a deck out as far as you'd like. So you can wake up in the morning, roll out, get some fresh vitamin D. No better way to start your day. Now, right over here, of course, at a home of this caliber, and one thing I like, it's the entire span of this entire main floor. We have 2 huge oversized walk-in closets, And then right behind me, we have this oversized primary ensuite with these gloss 2x1 marble finish tiles. Absolutely stunning. Take a peek at this ensuite. All right, so a couple things about this ensuite. You'll notice over here, we have this lovely vanity with Carrara marble countertops. Again, his and her sinks. Of course, with a bathroom of this magnitude, we have to have the soaker tub. And then we have a huge oversized standalone shower right here. And then of course, in every bathroom, gotta have a toilet. But it's nice, it's tucked away, you got your privacy, you can just go like that. Now follow me over this way. And again, like I said, this is like a hotel. It's a huge primary wing. And when we come out through this way, now we're back into the living room. And if we go through here, let me show you guys this. We have an additional closet right here. This is a 2-piece powder room for this main floor. And then right over here, this is actually set up right now as a home office, but it is technically a bedroom. And I'll show you why. If you come over here, Elijah, spin around. We would go ahead and close this door. We have our closet right here. And then over here, we have our other 2 French doors. And this would be a bedroom. So for whatever reason, you need to have 2 bedrooms on the main floor. This is perfectly set up as such. But if we do go through these doors right over here, what happens is we come right back in to the foyer of the home. So that gives you the entire main floor here. Now let's take a look up the stunning 2-tone staircase and let's take a peek upstairs. All right, so coming up this level again, we have to go through the baby gate, which again is not coming with the home, unless you guys need it. Let's start right away with the primary bedroom. So stepping in over here, this is the second primary bedroom in the home. Take a look at this size and the scale of this room. Now, my clients decided to put carpet in all of the bedrooms, primarily because we live in Canada. It gets cold in the winter, so we don't have the little cold feet around here. An absolutely stunning view out this window. And one thing I really like about this lot is that it's a clean lot. Like I said, it's 200 feet across the front, 550 across the depth. A lot of these lots, when they say 2 or 2.5 acres, they're kind of disheveled and they're not lined up well. This is absolutely stunning. And we're back into all mature greenery. So really beautiful. Now heading over here into the ensuite. Again, we have 2 walk-in closets, his and hers walk-in closet. And this ensuite is almost exactly identical to the one downstairs in the main floor primary bedroom and ensuite. We have the 2x1 gloss marble finish tiles. We have this beautiful soaker tub. We have the standalone shower over here. We have the exact same vanity with the Carrara marble countertops through the toilet. But I guess a little bit of difference is we have a stunning view from up here, whereas downstairs we're getting kind of the lower view. So let's go take a peek at the other 3 bedrooms this home has to offer. Alrighty, so right behind primary ensuite over there, we have bedroom number 2 is right on over here. We have bedroom number 3. And only one thing I want to show you, come on over, take a look at bedroom 3. We have 2 beautiful closets right here, so you get tons of closet space. And again, all these stunning views out this window. It is absolutely surreal. And like I said earlier, peace, quiet, and serenity, that's all you're getting from a home like this. And I think for anyone wanting to escape like the hustle and bustle, get their family kind of all put together, this home can't be beat. And right over here, we have the main bathroom that is used to service these 3 additional bedrooms up over here. And then walking down over here, this is, I will say this is like your guest bedroom. It's the guest bedroom where you want to put your guests away, kind of tucked away from everybody else, and absolutely great space. Now there is one more very unique other space in this home, which is right through this door. And actually what it is, it's an unfinished space that our sellers chose not to do anything with, but it could be an additional 5th bedroom up on this level right here. Right now they've gone ahead and used it for storage. All right, so coming into this, again, it's an unfinished space, but this could easily be an additional 5th bedroom. We have running electrical, it's fully insulated. As you can see, we have a floor right here. And right now our clients just kind of decided to use it for additional storage space. All right, so now let's go take a peek at the nearly 2,100 square foot fully finished basement this home has to offer. All right, so coming down into the basement, you'll notice the staircase is almost the exact same as our main staircase to kind of keep the symmetry, neutrality, and kind of the same paint colors and tonality, everything down over here. Now, this space right now is kind of set up as a living room, a kids' play area. But again, to give you context, this fully finished basement is nearly 2,100 square feet, so it could be easily broken up into putting a wall here, giving you an additional bedroom. But look at the size of these windows. So this right over here Grade is right around here. So we still have tons of natural light coming through. You can even put some more windows if you wanted to. And right above us here, we actually have an outlet that you can go ahead and put a projector if you want to make this a movie theater room. Again, so much finished space then over here. Now coming over this way, and I guess one other thing I would love to note is that we do have 9-foot ceilings here. So you get so much depth, so much volume. Wrapping around over this way, it's a little bit of a unique setup. So initially when my clients had built this property, they were planning on putting a full kitchen right here because we have our electrical, we also have our water. So this entire area, if you want to imagine it being a kitchen, okay? So that was kind of what the setup over here was supposed to be looking like. And stepping over here, we got two things. We kind of have the guts of our house, which we'll talk about in a moment. So stepping over here, this is essentially the mirrored footprint of on the other side over there. So again, so much finished space right here. And if you really wanted to, right over here, given the fact that we have 2 windows, you could put up a wall right here and make this a huge oversized bedroom. Still have a ton of space over here if you want to make a home office. And at the time of conception, my clients were building this, they did have the builder finish off this entire basement, but they wanted it open because they wanted to have an opportunity to live in the home and see where they maybe would go ahead and put up a wall. But now it's going up on the market. So you as the buyer have the full autonomy to see whatever it is you like to do and kind of dice this entire space up, or just leave it as it is. It's absolutely huge, open area, absolutely beautiful. Now coming over here, we actually have the guts of the house, okay? So which typically we just tell people there's a furnace, AC, breaker panel, all that stuff over here, but I actually want to get in over here for a couple reasons. Number one, look at the size of this storage room. So much storage in the space. And right over here, this is actually a geothermal unit. So I just want to give you guys a couple of cliff notes on it. And I wrote some notes down because I don't want to forget, okay? Some very technical stuff. And you as a buyer want to know all these things, okay? So first and foremost, this house is heated and cooled using a geothermal system, which means we harness stable underground temperature instead of relying on traditional furnaces, okay? So essentially, we're able to pull the heat from the ground and also dispense it whenever we want to heat the home or cool the home. But here's the biggest thing for you. Installing this unit is nearly 4 times more expensive than installing a furnace. However, it cuts your bills by nearly 60% to heat and cool your home. So the current sellers already spent all the money, so you don't have to. That you get all the cost benefit saving, and the maintenance on this thing is so much better than a furnace and will last substantially longer. There you go. I also sell geothermal units, so you guys can send me over a note. No, I'm just kidding, guys, but I wanted to make sure to give some good context there. So we're gonna pause real quick over here. I want to show you guys this oversized bathroom. Take a look at this space. This is a huge bathroom. Now you might be wondering, why is this space so big? Well, again, at the time of build, this area right here was supposed to be an additional laundry unit because my client said if they wanted to rent to the basement or have a completely separate living unit down here, as the kitchen's over there, we have our bathroom, we have our laundry, and we still had so much space given right here. And $1 million question, if it's its own separate unit, where's a separate entrance? Ta-da, separate entrance right over here. So this is actually really unique because it leads us, come on over here, Elijah. It leads us to the garage, which I'm going to take a minute to show you guys. So essentially, you can have this be a separate unit all on its own, and we have our own entrance right here internally. And this, again, like I said, is a 4-car garage. So we have bay number 1, bay number 2, 3, and 4. However, we also have a separate entrance right there, so someone could come in right through the side entrance and make their way right over to the basement. And since we're in the garage, I might as well give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. Sorry, Elijah, I bet you didn't think we'd get into the garage right now, man. But look at the size of this garage. And the reason why I'm getting in here like this is to give you scale. We have 3 beautiful windows right there. We have windows over there, tons of natural light. But given the height, if you're a car person and you want to have your car lifts and have more toys in here, not only can you get that in here, but because of the way the garage is situated, the car would come up to right around here. You still have all this walking room. You're able to have all your mechanical equipment, all your stuff and everything that you need. Some ATVs, given the land that you have, so you get tons of storage space. Now let's make our way back. Now, right off to the separate entrance, what we have over here is a huge cold cellar. Now, this entire area here, just want to show you guys to give you context. I'm nearly 6 foot tall. Not actually 6 feet tall, but nearly 6 feet tall. And look at the space of this. And this entire area right here is the back patio. What they decided to do was excavate to get a cold cellar area, which gives you a ton of storage. All right, so now that I've toured you the entire basement, that's again nearly 2,100 square feet, soaring 9-foot ceilings, separate entrance, also toured you the stunning main floor and the second floor, it's time for us now to show you this stunning backyard. Let's go take a peek. All right, now picture this. Right now, it's currently a little after 6 o'clock. You come out after a long day, and you have this to look onto. And you hear that? Nothing. And that's why you'd want to buy a home like this. We got a lovely covered porch over here. We have all of our electrical. We got some beautiful flagstone concrete. Look at that. Spend some time with the family, sit down over here, relax, have the barbecue going, have the kids playing in the background, spend time with your significant other, chat about your day. That is why you buy a property like this. So listen guys, if you enjoyed this tour and you saw something you want to come see in person, or perhaps you have any other questions, there's only one thing you need to do. Pick up the phone and give me, David Robio, a call at 647-699-3096. I'll take it from there. I look forward to receiving that call and I look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers.